names, and even human lives has been lost in the process.
I entered this vehicle and a man was trying to drop down from the vehicle.
Vehicles that does not have plate number.
There is a market now, there is no income.
Market is so bad, everything had money.
Which it seems nothing can be achieved with what is being paid by government.
I won't say it has been very easy with us. Every one of us, both the rich and the poor, is also being affected by the situation we are now as a country. And it's only natural that the ones that are less privileged, the ones that are underprivileged, feel the brunt of the whole thing, right? In this place, as a non-profit organization, we basically move by donation, or we exist because of the donations from other people. And it's one of the times that we've been able to see the Nigerians be able to test their resolve, especially when it comes to charity.
Yes, obviously. I mean, I think at this point, every Nigerian home will have experienced challenges. So, how much more as a collective of so many children and individuals? So, yes, there's been a lot of challenges with the way the situation is at the country. So,
we normally have, for example, Indomie. We normally have Indomie. Children enjoy it, and we had a scarcity of Indomie at one point, and we went to the market to get Super Pack. We discovered that Super Pack is getting close to 15,000, something we buy at 4,500. And to feed this cow, you need like 3 or 4 of that. So this is just a glimpse of what we try every day to keep this place in order. And it's something that we know that with time, the economy is going to stabilize. But for now, the impact is really felt.
The economy have affected me through maybe how things have been expensive in the market. Maybe you go today, you buy things in so amount of money. The next day you go to change. So you just try to manage the way with certain things. So there is not much challenges in the way I cook for the.
Okay, first and foremost is God. If you look around the orphanage, you see that we're really big on God, and we pray a lot. We're a prayer family. We try our best to reach out to the one and only Creator to make sure that He provides for us before men, right? And by God's special grace, we've had churches. I can name the big 3 that have been evident in our needs, especially Salvation Ministry, Winners Chapel, and Christ Embassy. Most of them, they come here, they're women, they're men group, and they've done marvelous for us. I must say the truth, when they say give honor to who honor is due, they've really helped us. Some government parastatals have been here. We've had some senators, they come do their birthdays and things like that. Even celebrities too. I think the recent Davido grant that was announced too, we also had some portion of it. So this is not our only branch, we have other branches, so it's a big family. And with all this support we've been getting, it's not a government-run orphanage, it's just a single family, trying to make our own impact, no matter how little it is. And God has been.
First, I would say this: we have partners who are loyal to the cause and to seeing that these children are well taken care of. So they do their best in that regard, and I would like to appreciate them for that. Secondly, as you can see, if you are coming to this place, you saw some shops along the way. Mama has taken out time to make certain investments so that we can diversify the means at which we earn money. So aside from donations, we still have some small SMEs that can bring in something at least on a daily basis to fit certain things. So yeah, and it was more like to serve dual purposes, where some of them can learn certain skills that they need, and then also see how they can get added or side money to take care of certain needs in your family. So that also had played like a good role. I won't say a very huge role because of the number of people here, but at least it has to an extent pacified a lot of the needs. So yes, there's still room for more. Obviously, there's a lot to be done given the current economy, but so far, yeah, not as much as it usually will be, but we're trying to scale through in the way we can.
Most of them are actually faithful. There's a certain scale that usually come. I won't say it's like that, but to what exactly is in people's pocket right now, that's what they do. But I won't say it's as huge as it usually used to be. The flow has definitely not been the same. Definitely, it has been really, really low, if I must tell you the truth. So we try our best now to ration what we have. Whenever we have something good, we try our best to see how it can extend, as much as possible. But for the individual families and things like that, I must tell you the truth, it's really felt.
Like as of January, even some of this month, we had people coming in to drop their children out for us to admit. But currently, we are not admitting children at the moment because there's a cap for which an establishment can. There's a number of children. There's such a number of children we can take, and it's dependent on the capacity as an organization, right? And so we have standards for these things. We are not the ones who set the standards, right? The governing body sets the standard, and we have to adhere to. So if you are above a certain limit, it's an issue on us. It's also tell on us to economically because we're not able to fend for them. So right now, I think we're at our max, the ones we can handle. But yes, so far we have a lot of people coming in. Either through they can't be able to take care of their children, things are tough right now, the parents died, one situation or the other. So what we do is we refer them to, the government of Ministry of Social Welfare, something like that. So, but for now, but yes, I would say that I've seen an increment in number of people who are coming in for admission or coming in to seek help. So what we do is the one we can render help to, let me say, package a few provisions so you can take home to your children. We do that, but the ones that we can't fully admit here on, we just refer them to the government. So that's why.
Okay, now for the health, that's actually another massive challenge for us. We usually have some organizations and some hospitals. We have some files in some hospitals, and whenever we come, not that they do it for free, but at least they give us some discount based on the number of children. Like when you have change of weather, you see mass, everybody's having one thing or the other, and since they are all together, they're all children, sometimes you can't curtail the amount of the communicable disease and things like that. But how we'll be able to do it is that we partner with some hospitals. We write letters to them, we send letters to them, and they send drugs. Especially there are some pharmacies too around us, that we can go and meet. We can take drugs on credit to pay, things like that, various means that, just to make sure that we subsidize the current health challenges. But so far, whenever we also have a nurse here that always check the children, even some external nurses that come around and do their service, what needs to service.
Whenever the children are not feeling well, so we'll try to talk to the head, that is mommy, so she can provide like the drugs and everything they need. Okay.
Currently, even with the discounts, it's still very challenging, very, very challenging. And I think one of the partners that came to do, just like a community of doctors that came last year to come and check out the children, and they are planning on doing the same thing because of when they saw one or two that are infants and things like that, right? Getting drugs for especially those small ones is very difficult because the prices of this have gone through the roof, right? And by God's special grace, like I said, we have various people that come around to check the children to see if they are okay, and as well take them to the various places where they need help. I would say it's feeding. Because the education, if you want, most of them are not currently at home, because we have a way of talking to these schools. We write letters to them, and sometimes they may pick a few. There's some visitors that come around, they see the way the children pray, and they'll be like, I want to sponsor this, or those that are returning back for their testimony, they pick this, that. So we've, to some extent, been able to handle a little bit of the school. So I think one of our major issues is lights. Light is a big problem here. We have issues with lights. So between the food and the putting up electricity, I think those are the very, very, especially during when we had this heat wave, almost everybody had heat rashes. We had to buy carton, there were all sorts of things we had to subsidize the whole thing. So lights, especially the fuel price now, and the feeding, I think that's where we have some major.
As you said, I think it should be light and food.
Right, and we are aware that a lot of children are growing up fast. In fact, by law, by the age of 18, you're not even supposed to still be here. So we are planning for that, in the sense that we are trying to set up vocational skills that they can involve in. So we have like a restaurant where we cook, we bake and stuff like that. We also have a tailoring shop. We have other investment that people, children, they go to learn. So when they come back from school now, a lot of them will be going over. Some will be going to the tailoring shop to learn tailoring. Some are going learning baking, shoemaking and bag making, things like that. We also have organizations like separate NGOs that come. Maybe their own mandate is to train a certain number of children in whatever vocational skill. So we have people who come to teach them ICT, computer, and stuff like that. So yeah, so far, Mama has always encouraged things like that. So we have partners who come for music, keyboards. We have keyboards, saxophone, trumpets, and people who are interested in that, so they go after that. So just basically plumbing, any skill that you see that this child is just leaning towards, we just try and nurture whatever skill that is. So yeah.
Okay,